Let's hop into the next match. And in the bottom left, spawning in the red once again from XL5, it's PiG.
This kid, can he be stopped? And in the top left here, from Korea, our resident adopted Korean, this is KingkOng.
Yeah, I think if anyone can stop PiG, it's got to be this guy.
He's won so much money.
Yeah.
It's unprecedented how much money he's won on our side of the world. So both players actually making that 9 Overlord, which means that we might actually have a second hatchery from both players in this game.
Probably hatch first. I mean,
crazy.
I wouldn't exactly argue with a 15 pool given how the last few games have gone. But yeah, generally we just see people go screw it and go for the hatch first. Okay. It's not too bad.
And there you go. And Deadwing, one of the few maps that managed to make it into the next season.
Yeah.
Does rear its ugly head once more. No, it's actually not bad. I actually don't mind Deadwing.
It's not too bad. I'm more upset about overgrowth and stuff.
Yeah, I actually don't dislike overgrowth. It's kind of long in the tooth right now.
Yeah.
It's been played on a little bit too much, some would argue, but I'm happy for overgrowth to kind of be the new Daybreak. I think it's quite a balanced map. It's you know, some would say it's boring or whatever.
Yeah.
But actually, I quite like overgrowth. I mean, I'm a Terran player, so it's
I don't mind overgrowth. It's just maybe it's more the casting perspective for me.
Yeah,
every best of 3 has the overgrowth.
Exactly.
They always start on it. It's just kind of like, man, are we really going to see this map again? But that's right. We do have some new maps already, so hopefully some of them will.
I mean, I actually like the timing of the new maps as well. People would be saying, you know, they have to, the people in WCS this season have to play on these maps, or they don't get to practice with them on ladder.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, if you haven't already played the required amount of games to win on these maps by, you know, this WCS qualifier, then you probably have got, you know, you're not going to get very far.
That's right.
you've got all the practice you need on these maps. You don't need to keep playing them on ladder day after day.
Yeah, definitely not.
Know.
Yeah, so and dude, that's what customs are for. So whatever, man.
Whatevs, man. Just be chill.
Alright, so gas here for PiG. KingkOng, on the other hand, going for the good old gasless.
Greed.
Quite like the gasless, actually. So likely that he'll be looking for some roachy goodness later in the game. Generally see those roach speed +1 timings come out in this scenario. PiG has been going mutas a little bit more lately. Not sure if that's what he wants to do here, but it's the biggest map, so if there ever was a time.
If you got a big map like this map, similar rush distance as well, like to King Sejong as well, also another good map for mutas.
Certainly.
It could definitely work out. I mean, obviously you just need to be careful of spore crawlers and all sorts of business like that, and your mutas will generally lock it down, but the thing you got to watch out for is roach timings and stuff like that will kill you before you have enough mutas to live.
That's it. That's what I'm thinking about on this map, because it's not cross-spawn, so it's that little bit easier to get to your opponent's base.
Closer. With that watchtower in between as well, always quite handy.
So we will be seeing the default 2-link scout from both players come in here in not too long. Let's try and get a feel for what they've got. It's not too much of a surprise when they come in here because the Overlords have already scouted most of it, had a look at the gas, but it's always good to check again. And he's actually zoning him out a little bit.
Yeah, he is actually. He doesn't want to lose too many hit points, neither is Lings. And KingkOng's putting down a spine crawler just to he hasn't actually seen what's going on in Pigtown yet, so he doesn't know if he's up against mass ling or anything like that yet, so he's just been taking precautions against banelings and that sort of thing. It's nearly 3 hatch o'clock for KingkOng, and he needs to make sure that he can drop that bad boy without taking too much damage. Yeah,
he wants to ideally get into the natural middle line of PiG and just make sure that he has the expected drone count there, because if that number looks really, really low...
Gets in the main, nice.
Very nice. Oh, he won't quite make it too far, but maybe just caught the edge of the pool. Not sure.
So with this lair going down, and is the 3rd and 4th gas going to go down as well? We may see mutas.
Maybe. Yeah, it's a possibility. It could still go Evo and Roach for him, but it's chilling for the moment. KingkOng gone for the double Evo in the meantime. Oh, he picks off one worker. Very nice.
With the ling there, it's very nice. Ooh, saw that cancel as well.
Huh.
Okay, so we'll probably very likely see mutas here from PiG.
Pretty cool. It's not something that I've seen PiG do a lot in the past, so I'm pretty keen to see how it goes, because last time I saw him do muta, it was actually on merry-go-round in the qualifier, and it was like almost a one-base muta thing from an early pool game, so it didn't really demonstrate his skill very well with the mutas, because he had like 4, and then his opponent went for him as well, so they had like 4 muta versus 4 muta battles, and it was a bit scrappy. So
'tis indeed. Now KingkOng's getting a Roach Warren, but he's also getting a melee upgrade. What does that tell you, Zeph? Does he
tells me that this guy plays a little bit exciting.
Yes.
Could we see our old favorite composition,
I think
upgraded Ling?
I think we might. Good old upgraded Lings.
I hope so.
Goodness gracious.
That's great.
For all of you who don't know at home, my favorite in ZVZ is just upgraded Lings with Infestors into Ultralisks. I just love it.
Yeah.
There's
And
so many Lings that you die.
not that many people do it
No.
either, so it's kind of hard to practice against it sometimes and come to expect it.
This isn't something Lings should be doing at all.
No, he's got transfuses, so not the greatest engagement.
With the rest of these Lings, though, now the Queens are dead.
Yeah, not so great. But he's got 26 of his own Lings about to pop, so he can certainly clean those up. Might be able to force a cancel. Maybe.
Queens, I mean, he hasn't made too many units yet. They're only just coming out now. 20 Lings on the way.
Yeah,
there they are,
go.
coming down to the party, and the third hatch will survive for now.
Yeah, and this is actually pretty smart from KingkOng, because if Pig's going mutas, often the mutas are in one place, his Lings on the ground are in another, trying to do a bit more damage elsewhere while he's pulling them around. And KingkOng is going to win the ground battle every single time unless the mutas are involved. And that makes it so that Pig might be very quickly overwhelmed. The mutas have to come home to help defend, and it's not an ideal situation.
That's right. So KingkOng trying to get some counter damage there. He's 1-1 upgrades for the ground units are nearly done. Baneling Nest on the way as well as 18 more Lings, Zeph.
Oh. He's just going
boy.
to totally swarm him.
They literally swarm him.
Yeah. It's going to actually do a fair bit of damage, I think. He's focusing solely on the mutas at the moment. He doesn't have a lot of minerals to pour into extra Lings, whereas KingkOng is only making Lings, who's got a ton of minerals at his disposal for this. And the muta's definitely going to have to help at home. Like, I don't see how he's going to defend without them.
Yep, the Overlord's getting pulled back now, so the mutas are going to take them out one at a time. Oh, very nice. So KingkOng being a little bit of a tricky Triceratops here, getting around the side,
Very clever.
around the vision. One muta does spot this big attack. No Banelings here from
There we
Pig.
go. He's got Spine Crawlers. Those are going to help out a lot, but they only attack so fast. And this
I
is
think he
so
has
many
triple the
1-1
Lings.
Lings. Oh my goodness.
My goodness, yes. This timing is so strong. Breaking off some Lings into the natural, because why not? The Ling's going to win every single fight here. The muta's just chasing them, and the Lings are faster than the mutas, so they're getting away.
Well, the Lings in the natural actually bugging out and going for the Queen that was tucked in the corner there, so he saves a lot of those drones through that. Pulling the drones in the main now, and again, another Queen falls, so this really sucks. He wants to keep up on the ground army. He needs those injects.
Yeah, he does indeed. Oh, he's going to lose a
Oh,
Spire
no.
as well.
Oh, so
down
close.
it goes. Great
Oh.
pickup from this attack. The damage and getting the tech as well. Great
KingkOng.
attack here from KingkOng.
And he is not done yet. This base a little bit harder to attack because of the Spine Crawlers, but he's still picking up more and more kills, getting close to 20 drones killed all up. And he's just smacking Pig around. Like, these mutas haven't been able to do anything but defend at this point.
And that was like 20 drones worth of Lings as well.
Yeah,
Like the amount of damage he's done is his investment in this attack has definitely paid off.
Yeah, and not only that, Infestation Pit coming up as
Oh,
well.
schniggity.
Oh,
It's
it's
my
time.
matchup. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, he doesn't even
KingkOng.
need that much gas. He's just got so many minerals. He's got his third base looking real good. Look at the drone count at the moment.
It's devastating.
They're actually pretty even, but
they're even, but the amount
Yeah,
the
the
managed
amount
to getting the
that
Spire,
killed.
delaying the mutas, it's given KingkOng all this breathing room. He can get up to 2-2, get the Infestor out. He can get up to Hive and get that all important units out.
yeah.
And the all important upgrades as well. Pathogen glands going down. That's not going to be very nice when
man.
you're trying to go for roaches at the 12-minute mark here.
For sure. That's the drone count after a couple of rounds of drones for Pig too. So
Yeah.
he really did lose a lot. KingkOng's just looking amazing. And with these Lings, he can continue to use these for the rest of the match. Every time Pig wants to move out, he can try and arrange a backstab, that kind of thing. KingkOng is very, very good at that style. So I think Pig is going to find it pretty hard to get some sort of advantage in this game. I mean, what do you do against Infestation Pit and roaches when he's kind of one step ahead?
Oh, and the Banelings are getting in for more drone kills.
Ouch.
Still a rather even drone count, 54 to 51.
A bit of an attack in the third base here, but there's too many Queens for him to really get much done. He could try and pick off an upgrade. That's not very well covered, but there are Queens that can come around and try and help out with that.
There are indeed. So be careful here. Really get some muta there on the side. Pig making a lot of roaches, going to try and hit an attack here. KingkOng has, similar upgrades. He has also the upgraded Lings if he wants to make more of those to pad out the roaches as well.
This is just
This is actually nice harassment from Pig. Lost a muta though.
Ouch. That sucks a little bit, but if he's getting drone kills, that's good, because they're actually still even on work counts. So if he can keep picking off things here and there, as mutas generally do, he's going to be looking pretty good. He might be able to get a bit more of an advantage here, especially considering that KingkOng is just everything that Pig tries to do, he blocks him. He's got an infestation pit for mutas and roaches. You know, it's just.
But I mean, look at the army
tricky.
supply. Pig's getting. He's on 105 army supply right now. It's getting pretty scary, and
Certainly
that's
worth mentioning.
you know, with the Mutalisks' time is almost over.
Yeah.
So.
Even so, when it's Roach time, he's going to be behind on upgrades in not too long, because the +1's finishing up for KingkOng, plus the +2 Carapace, as of course the melee units got the Carapace as well early on. So
all important +2 attack, a lot more important than +2 Carapace though, and Pig has got that on the way ahead of KingkOng.
Certainly. The Infestors are going to come out in a second if you can
buy
buy time for those.
Roaches here. Infestor gets one big fungal on the Roaches there. Another fungal there to lock down a big cluster of Roaches, but KingkOng does need to evacuate that third. As we said, the army supply of Pig is quite huge here.
He has a lot of queens to fight with as well. Maybe if Pig can pick off the Roach Warren, this will go even better for him.
This is a bad position for KingkOng. He's locked into a choke, and Pig has that concave. He's going to get the Evo Chamber on the outside here. No upgrades on that to cancel off, but the fungal Roaches are now unlocked, and they're ready to go for an attack.
Oh, wow. This is going so well for Pig. The Roach Warren has gone down, so no more Roaches for KingkOng. I think he just made a round of roughly 20 Roaches. He lost a third as
He's
well.
got 4 more that are about to die here in front of this third hatchery. And this is actually the game match for Pig. If he wins this, he is going to be our first Premier player.
That's it, man.
This is the game.
Lot riding on it for KingkOng right now, and he's doing so well, but this is the strength of Pig. His Roach play is just phenomenal. Even if he's behind, even if he's the defensive one, he always finds a way to attack, and he hits these timings so beautifully. Look at how
this
this
concave.
is going.
He's up 80 supply. He's up 100 supply. I think Pig's done it, Zeph. This is going to be our first Premier player. He's going to 3-1 KingkOng here.
Wow, he is proving us so wrong here.
Wow.
He's doing fantastically. Another fungal comes down, but it's too little too late. He cannot stabilize. Pig, his ZVZ. No wonder he has an 84% win rate.
What a baller. Well done. GG.
Wow.
Pig, our first Premier player, and we did not see that go. We both thought KingkOng would win. We told you the cast, going to be honest with you guys.
All right, Team Liquid, you're right. Almost.
It
was a 3-1, not 3-2.
Well done.
But yeah,
yes.
that was awesome. That was actually a really, really nice ZVZ. This is like...
Yes, so sick.
I stand by the fact that I think C has the best ZVZ players. So that's about as good as you
They
get.
have to be good because they will face many a Zerg as they get towards the end of brackets there.
So really cool style from KingkOng though. So hats off to him. He still gets a decent 2K for his efforts, but well done to Pig. Fantastic.
Our first Premier players going all the way to the Premier bracket, along with all those wonderful European folks and the North American folks are all going to battle at the Premier bracket. The new 2015 system is so sick. We're seeing really big names in the Premier bracket already.
Yeah, really glad that we get 2 seeds into that too.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
So good. So. Next up, guys, I hope you enjoyed that ZVZ. We're going to have one more best of 5 for you guys before we close it out for the day to find our second and final Premier player from Oceania, or is it going to be from Southeast Asia? It's going to be Igus versus the Filipino Ender.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic match, guys. TVZ. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back very shortly with that match.
Oh, yes.